Hello and welcome to this Bitcoin price analysis. Today's the 11th of April. It's 56 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, Central European time. As you can see, Bitcoin is still inside this range. The price of Bitcoin this morning played with us, toyed with us a little bit today, making it look like it possibly could be breaking another new high. But it kind of just faked us out and then started dumping just a little bit. Where is this price going to go? Is it going to dump all the way down to the bottom side of this one range today and then go back up again? Or are we actually going to see some form of movement today and or tomorrow? What is in store for us this weekend as well? And what should we expect next week with the Bitcoin halving? But this video today, or this second video of today, is really just going to focus on where we expect the price of Bitcoin to go today over, say, the next 7, 8, 9 hours. So we're not going to be looking at a broader term. We know it's going sidewards. We know the long term effect is going upwards. But right now, like I said, we're just going to look at where this price could stop, where it could be rejected, and if it could then go up, or if it is going to go down, test this lower low to make even lower prices. With that said, my name is David Dawn. This is my channel, David's Videos. I'm just going to quickly jump over this. I make lots of different types of videos, not just about Bitcoin. So if you do see another video from me and it might be recommended to you and it's not your thing, I won't be offended if you just scroll on by. But if you want to check out all of the other videos that I've made in this Bitcoin price analysis playlist, then jump over to my channel, look at the playlist, and you'll see all of the other previous videos that I've made over the past month or so. Now, before we jump in, which we are going to jump in very, very quickly, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm literally just a guy sat in front of a monitor looking at the price of Bitcoin going up and down with regards to my own portfolio, the portfolio from my wife and me, right? And so anything I say right now is relative to my own money, and I am literally just giving you what is on my mind verbally recorded in the video. So if you want to listen in, if you want to know my thoughts about what is going to go on right now, then feel free to sit back, put your feet up, drink a coffee and listen in. Now, last thing is I do this for free, and I take time out researching this and also having to do the editing and uploading and so on. So just do me a favor, just give this video a quick like before we move on. This is the last time I'm going to ask you right now. Please just give me a like to show me a little bit of flavor, show me a little bit of love, show me a little bit of like, oh, just a thank you, right? And that will really make me feel happy. So if you're done with liking this video, let's jump straight in with the price analysis. So as we can see right now, let's just have a quick look at the overall other stuff. We can see lots of red going on. We've got oil, we've got the UK 100, S&P 500. Everything is a little bit red. So it looks like it's going down. Silver and gold about the only things going up just a little bit today. So let's have a look at what could possibly happen. So the way I see things is right now we have this upper range. We don't care about this other upper range really, because unless it crosses through this range, we won't start considering this one. And then we have the lower range too. So this on a short term right now, it's got to come down and break this one before we start concentrating on this one down here. Okay, but where could the price stop? Where could the price bounce? What could the price do? Okay, so the easiest answer could be that the price is going to come down to, say, the 50, come up and test this line again, and then break through up here and either come through, come back and retest this and go back up again. That's the easiest option, right? The second easiest option is that it's going to come up here, test this zone here, dump down, and then come and maybe test this zone back here, come here, test this, and if it has got strength, it will come back up again, and if it can push through, see the previous example, and it goes back up again, right? Otherwise, if it doesn't have strength to even come back up here, it might test it a little bit, right? Fake it up, break it up, not even manage to do anything, and come down again, and then come back up, test this one zone, and if it is weak, it will continue down, possibly test this zone again, and then come down, and then I'm guessing it will probably bounce on here for a little bit, and there we could see going back up on the range once again, or we could see prices moving down. But if the prices does move down after that area, after this one zone, I would guessing we're going to get we're going all the way down to the bottom of this one zone here. So, but if there is a real hard dumpage, right, which lots of candles at 3:30 or 2:30, whatever time it may be, lots we could expect, which I don't think so today. We could expect, say, like a 4, 5, 6, 7,000 euro, dollar, whatever dump, but I don't see that happening today, to be quite honest with you. I see a small dump, and I see at least possibly down to this point here, or just short of it, or just a little bit after of it, one of the two. But my money right now is on it coming back down again to test these one zone here. So if anything, I'd say it's going to come down to possibly, what was that, 63.9, like 63, 64,000, and then play around there. So, you know, if you have bought into Bitcoin, right, like me, around the 50,000 mark and 40,000 mark and stuff like that, then, you know, you can be taking profits here right now, because this is a good area to take profits. And all the time, in my opinion, whilst it is going sidewards, you know, it should always be a case of taking some profits. Now, if you want to do some, if you're like wanting to do some swing trading, you know, wait till the price gets down here again, and as long as it actually confirms that it doesn't have any more strength to go any further, then you could quite easily get into a trade for it to go back up the top again. And the likelihood is that at one point it will break through this. Otherwise, it'll just fake out here and then come back down again, and probably come through to a lower prices. So as long as you don't get greedy, you probably could buy some down here and sell it up here. And then if you do have some already, sell it here and buy it back here at a discount. So this is definitely an option. I mean, when we go down to the 5-minute time scale, we can see right now that the 5, the 8, and the 15 and the 50 are all inverted, and we're now moving beneath the 200 and the 300. So we are seeing prices going down quite rapidly at the moment, but there isn't like they're not huge candles. What have you got at the moment? This is just like $175. So they're not breaking the bank right now. But what we want to see is really the blue or the 5 go up. We want to see the candle close above the 8, or close above the 15, and then push these 3 above the 50. But if we don't see that, then we would expect, you know, you've got this like a little bit more volume here right now, and more volume here right now. So there was more selling. So we would expect, if you are, you know, a good sell-off would get red candles, these big red candles. And here's the big green candles I'm talking about, and these big red candles, they're lots of volume. And right now we just see purple and maroon color. So there's not humongous amounts of volume here, right? And a blue candle shows that there was lots of buying, but the purple candle said there was lots of selling, but nothing compared to the likes of a red candle. And like that is lots of volume. So I would expect that we see a little bit more lower prices. And where are we coming after that? We would expect the price to come down to, say, like 64,786. Come and test this line. Now, if you remember rightly, that if lots of people are going to be buying here, then they're probably going to be putting their stop losses here. So I would expect that the price would come down and just shoot a little bit lower than this with a wick maybe, or it could even push through. It could push through even stronger and then come down to, say, test the wicks of these candles here, so like 64,311, something like this. And then you've got to think once again where the wicks are going to go, where are the stop losses, because there's stop loss hunting going on here. So we might see a wick coming down to here, and we might see that the candles close on this one line. Now, once again, if the price does then break through that, you can see this wick up here where the price got rejected beforehand. And so you could turn around and say that, like, say this candle here is possibly now a possible support zone, right? Was a previous resistance zone. But so you could think that the price could bounce back off of this too. So, and if it doesn't, well, then we see the same thing happening here. I mean, I'm cherry picking right now, but they are the most prominent wicks where we saw the price reverse. And so, you know, normally a resistance zone, becomes a support zone, but you've really just got to keep looking through the candles what happened. And yes, you can have, look, here it was a resistance zone and the price just zoomed straight through, but that doesn't stop it from being a support zone in the future. It just meant that no one was selling there. The sellers were all higher, right? So when the price was moving through, the clever people were like, I'm not going to sell there anymore because I know the price is going to go up higher. I'll just sell up here instead. That's called making money. Right, but in the beginning, when the price was down here, the people are like, "I'm going to sell here because we've seen the price come back here already, and it came back and retested it." That's just basically looking at where the liquidity was before, and then coming back and using it. And then the people after that, they decide, "Okay, I've bought down here. I'm going to move it up a little bit higher because I expect it to go higher." So, you know, these are not set in stone. These areas, they're just guides. They're just reference points. Just like what I believe, you know, this is a possible support, good possible support zone as well. And like I said, they are just guides. They are not concrete. They should just think, okay, this is likely. There's a probability. And what is the highest probability of where it's going? Now you can see this green candle with lots of volume, all right? That the price hasn't really like consolidated. When I say consolidated, I mean like absolutely boring. You fall asleep looking at the price so much that it just goes sideways all the time. Something along the lines of what's happening here, right? This is consolidation, and we still need to see it within inside this price area here. And how big was this one zone? It was like 330. So, but we can see that it's going through relatively quickly, nowhere near as fast as this one went through, and with the volume, but we can see it had at least a little bit of a reversal here, but that kind of painted the picture of where the previous resistance level was. But yes, the price zoomed straight through because that was people understanding, well, there's no more sellers here. The sellers run out, and the sellers were obviously here. You can see that it paints the picture. So just because the price breaks through a previous resistance zone doesn't make it a weak support or resistance in the future, and it doesn't make it a support or resistance in the future as well. They are just guidelines, and they're places where you should be hesitant about the price testing it, reversing from it, or just going straight through. But as you go through and it paints you that bigger picture, you can start thinking, where are the possible stop losses? Where are the buyers and where are the sellers? This is the only thing going through my head, is where are the buyers and where are the sellers in this. Okay, so if we just get rid of some of these and get rid of that, there's maybe too many now, and keep looking at what's happened whilst we've been talking, we can see now that the blue, the 5 EMA, is kind of trying to cross over the 8 EMA. It's not successful right now. So let's go down to the minute market, the minute time frame, and we can see that is exactly happened. The 5 and the 8, or the 5 has crossed over the 8 has crossed over the 15, and now it's trying to cross over the 50. But what have we got here? Well, we know that was a previous support zone here, and the price bounced up here, right? And we can see here that there was a little bit of small consolidation there before the price came back and just zipped straight through this support, came down, and then retested it and turned that support into a resistance. And we can see the price came down with there was 2 red candles here, so we saw there was lots of selling first of all, but just an equal amount really of buying. Okay, so when you look at this red candle, if we zoom straight in, all right, if we zoom straight into this, the price of the candle opened on this one time frame, this 1 minute time frame. The price of this candle opened on 65,180. The price of this candle closed on 65,170. It closed on 65,173. So it didn't really. This one is then 65,180. So it only went down like $7 or €7, right? So it wasn't much. But in that 1 minute, the price went all the way down to 65,120. So it went down around about $50 in here. So, but that meant that the price was sold a lot down to here, but the people were happy to buy it. So there was more buyers here than there were sellers, but ultimately the buyers couldn't change the price to become a positive price in the end. So we know there was buyers here. There were buyers there, right? But there were also a lot of sellers. So that doesn't make it a super strong area. It just makes it a support zone, right? And like I said, how strong or weak that support zone is how many times the price bounces on that one area. And really, one time it doesn't make it very strong, but second time and third time and fourth time, that makes it a lot stronger, all right? But at one point, any support or any resistance zone is going to break, all right? Because one of the two things is going to run out. Either the buyers run out or the sellers run out. And whichever one runs out, it goes in the opposite direction of it, okay? So as we can see, the price is coming back to the 50. And what picture can we paint here? Well, we can only really see that the correction came back up to this green line. And other than that, we can see there was some form of selling here, some form of buying here. So this could be an area where it stops, but I doubt it. We haven't seen any red candles. And for a good amount of a candle that shows some form of reversal is predominantly a red candle or a green candle on the other side. Now, blue was enough to change the price. So there wasn't that much conviction in the selling, because most of the buying happened in this red candle, and then the blue candles were the thing that managed to push it up. But you can see once again that there was lots of selling in this candle, and the buyers were once again present. So we can show you that this is also a support zone. So we would expect this light volume to come and try to come inside of this one zone, and more than likely get rejected and come back up again to at least this green line. That's what I would expect. But so this whole picture just keeps going down and down and down until you get all the way down to this one line. And we can see that this blue candle is just literally gone straight back through again. So we should expect for the price to come down and stop here and come up a little bit here, and then possibly come down like here. Or we can expect the price to come up, and then we can come in like this, and it can bounce on this and then either explode up or explode down. But you know, these candles need to be filled, and when I say they need to be filled, they need to be balanced. There was too much price movement here, too much price action. They need to be filled with orders to make that whole area balanced in the order book, so everyone is happy that they sold at the right price and they bought at the right price. Any limit orders that were stuck in that area, they want to be filled, okay? Because they just skipped over those orders so quickly if that order wasn't correctly filled at that one time. Not getting into this, but anyway. So right now we really don't know whether the price is going up or down, because it's still obviously within inside of a range, and it isn't really painting us a bigger picture unless we see it bounce off the 300 and the 200 and then come back up and push through this one area. Then we'll see it try and break this one. But so this is the kind of thing that goes through my head, right? But right now I wouldn't be buying naturally up here. If I was going to do like some form of swing trading or just try and make a short-term amount of money, which I'm not, then I would think about buying here, but I would expect it to come and test lower prices first. And once it's come down and it's shown that it's going to go do a little bit of consolidation around here, that's when I would get in. But I would let it test it probably a couple of times. And when I've seen it test it a couple of times, and if it looks like, when I say that, I mean that if it comes down to the bottom again and it does this, and it does this, and it does this, and then I see, oh, wait a minute, the selling power, it has run out, but the buying power is still strong, that should be enough to push it back up again. Now, if the selling power just stays consistent, but the buyers weaken and dissipate at one point, then the price should come down here to find where the place where the buyers are actually sitting, right? But right now, if hypothetically the buyers were here, they were here, they were here, and they were here, but when they run out, then everyone thought, okay, we can get a better, we can get Bitcoin at a discount down here, so let's just let the price go. So this is basically my Bitcoin analysis today, because we're still in a range. Until we get out this range, you know, I did take some profits again. Today, because as far as I'm concerned, when the price does go over 65,000, I'm happy to take small profits, and I just keep taking little bits of profits at a time. And if it goes above 67,000, I'll take I'll take the same size profits, but more frequently as well. With that said, this is now an open question to everyone. Do you want me to make Solana price analysis videos on a daily basis? That's it. Do you want me to make Solana price analysis videos on a daily basis? I'm not doing any other currencies, but the only one that I will consider doing is Solana price analysis videos. Now, in order for me to get this, I need at least 50 people to say, please do Solana price analysis videos. So in the comments, write, David, please do Solana price analysis videos. That's what I want to see, and I want to see it 50 times at minimum before I'll even contemplate doing it. All right. With that said, thank you very much for watching. Please, obviously, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. All of those lovely social media things. And thank you very much for supporting my channel. I will see you in tomorrow's video. You take care. Have a nice evening, and hopefully the price goes up. And if it does go down to here, make sure you contemplate thinking about buying. And if it does come down to here today, which is not going to, I definitely will make another video. All right, ciao, ciao, and goodbye.